Hi, everyone, and welcome back to LAR 112. This is Thursday, and I'm not there. I'm in Dallas. So, here's your assignment today. You have some questions that you should have found on the LMS under the assignment for today, and it's a reading response. And we talked about reading responses on Tuesday when we met. And so the questions are there, and if you have, just look up the definitions if you don't understand the way I've phrased the questions. But I also have a third question that is a little bit more personal, and I would like you to think about a time when you had a failure. And it's not always fun. It's pretty uncomfortable and embarrassing sometimes and humbling. And I'd like you to think about it in terms of what did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about others? What did you learn about life? What did you learn? Just what did you learn? And let's count that as part of your character building rather than just an embarrassing moment or a failure, an epic fail, which we use that term. Well, I use that term. And so I'll share one of my epic fails. And it was when I was doing my master's work. And I was down at USD in Vermillion, University of South Dakota. And I was meeting with my advisor and thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing and working on my thesis, my final project for my master's level degree. And I went to her one day and I showed her what I had and thought I was going to graduate that spring. And she said, no, it's not graduate level work. It took all I could do, fighting the insides of my cheeks to not just burst out in tears. And I gulped and I said, oh. And then I walked out and then I cried. Then I went to my friends who were waiting for me, who were wanting to know what the results were from my first writing attempts for my thesis with my advisor, and then I cried. And mind you, I'm a mother at this time. I went to my master's degree later in life when our daughters were in middle school and high school. So, we get embarrassed and we cry and we feel wounded no matter how old we are. So, from that, what did I learn? I learned that I am not as good as I thought I was, and that I needed to learn more and I needed to discover what really was intended for a master's level thesis, how to write that, dig in and start reading more of other people's theses projects so that I could understand, what the language was, what to expect, what to expect of myself, and what the university was expecting. And so with that, the university was kind enough to hire me the next year for coursework to teach so that I could stay involved and invested and finish, which was really great. At the time of my thesis work, I was already working as a teaching assistant and teaching a couple of classes of comp down there for them. So they knew who I was, they knew my teaching style, they knew that kind of thing, and that was very gracious on their part. So I also learned about grace. I also learned about it's not the end of the world. And I hope that you had similar experiences of feeling wounded, and I'm guessing that you did, and not hoping that you did, but I'm guessing that you did, and feeling wounded, and what did you do? Because when we think back on those moments, they're character defining moments. They're moments when we learn. I learned about humility. I learned about trying again. I learned about the power of someone saying, no, this is not adequate. This is not up to par. And having a higher expectation for myself than what I was performing at. And so I'd like you to share on that last question. And I realize that there are moments that are uber personal for you, and I am not asking for you to share anything that you would not be comfortable sharing in a peer group setting. So, but think about one moment, just one moment, when you really knew that your character was shaped because of the event, the experience, how people responded to you or didn't respond to you, because we learn from that as well. And if you wouldn't mind just putting that down on the rest of your reading response, I would really enjoy learning about you and getting to know you better. So thanks for listening to this lovely long, this is my first video I've ever recorded. So welcome to my office, and I look forward to meeting with you further. Have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day, and I will be back next Tuesday. Thanks. Bye.